In the vast, unforgiving wilderness of Judah, a king became a fugitive. Stripped of his throne, hunted by his enemies, David found himself in a land that was dry, thirsty, and barren, a perfect mirror of his own weary soul. It was here, in this desolate place, that he penned one of the most intimate and powerful songs of faith ever written, Psalm 63. O God, thou art my God. Early will I seek thee, David declared. Imagine him at dawn, the first rays of light painting the barren landscape in hues of gold and crimson. His throat is parched, his body aches, but the thirst he feels is deeper than any physical need. He whispers, My soul thirsteth for thee, my flesh longeth for thee in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. For David, the absence of God was a more profound emptiness than any desert. His longing wasn't just for safety or comfort, it was for the divine presence he had once known so intimately. In his mind's eye, he travels back to the sanctuary, to the holy place where he had witnessed God's power and glory. He remembers the awe, the reverence, the overwhelming sense of majesty that filled the tabernacle. Even in exile, that memory was his anchor. He proclaims, Because thy loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise thee. Think about that. God's steadfast love was more valuable to him than life itself. In the face of death, surrounded by enemies, David chose praise. He chose to lift his hands not in surrender to his foes, but in worship to his king. As day turns to night, the scene shifts. The scorching sun gives way to a canopy of brilliant stars. David lies on his humble bed of sand, meditating through the night watches. The loneliness of the desert becomes a sanctuary for communion. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, he says, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips when I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches. In the quiet darkness, his spirit feasted on the goodness of God. He found a deep, soul-quenching satisfaction that no royal banquet could ever provide. His hope was not in his circumstances, but in his Creator. This quiet confidence stemmed from a deep, personal trust. David felt the very presence of God as his protector. Because thou hast been my help, he affirms. Therefore in the shadow of thy wings will I rejoice. My soul followeth hard after thee, thy right hand upholdeth me. He pictured himself held securely by the mighty hand of God, sheltered under his protective wings. This wasn't just poetry, it was his reality. It was the source of his unshakable courage. With this divine assurance, David's perspective on his enemies was transformed. He saw their end not with vengeful desire, but with the certainty of divine justice. But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth. They shall fall by the sword. They shall be a portion for foxes. His faith was resolute. God would deal with those who opposed his anointed. And so, the psalm concludes not with fear or despair, but with a declaration of royal joy. But the king shall rejoice in God. Everyone that sweareth by him shall glory, but the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped. David, the fugitive in the desert, still saw himself as the king, not because of his earthly power, but because of his covenant with the Almighty. His joy wasn't dependent on his throne, but on his God. Psalm 63 is a timeless journey from desperation to devotion, from thirst to satisfaction. It teaches us that in our own wilderness moments, when we feel lost, alone, and empty, the deepest longing of our soul is for God himself. And when we seek him, we find that his loving kindness truly is better than life. Thank you for journeying with us through this powerful psalm. If this story touched your heart, please subscribing and help us continue to create, inspire, and make a real impact through Living Psalm Stories channel. Every like, share, and comment help us reach more people seeking encouragement and hope. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you for your support. May you find your own satisfaction in him, even in the desert. Peace be with you.